want to know what an average week looks like as a prop trader. You may be thinking that you make thousands and thousands of dollars in 1 week, and yes, that's probably likely, but is it realistic? In this video, I'm going to share with you an average week day trading the financial market using a prop trading account. I'm going to share all of the trades that I have taken this week, specifically trading the German index market, the DAX. This is with my prop trading account with the prop firm, the 5%ers, who I will talk more about later in the video. Before we begin, the important thing to remember is that trading is different for everybody. Everybody will have their own trading plan. You may already have your own trading plan. And if you don't, I encourage you to download my free trading plan and start one now. Trust me, this will guide you. Personally, I took just 2 trades this week. I traded the London Open session on the Monday and I traded the New York session on the Tuesday. And I made more than my weekly target, so I stopped trading for the week. This was because I had hit my target and also it is currently the summertime. So I know that to continue trading, it increases my exposure risk. And I wasn't interested in increasing my risk to try to make more during the summer when it's the most difficult time to trade. So I was happy to just sit out the rest of the week. By all means, I am not claiming that my way is the only way to trade. And in this video, I'm sure that you will just pick up some tips that will help you out with your own trading. So let's jump onto the chart. I'm going to break down the trades with you, my strategy, and also share with you the real trading data. Let's get to it. First thing is first. Here is my chart here on TradingView. This is the 15-minute time frame. My intention here is to share with you what happened, what transpired this week on the German index market. This is a great practice to do at the end of the week. So this is kind of me reviewing my week, really, showing to you what the markets did and how I capitalize. There is no perfect way to trade. And I think once you accept that, it will ultimately improve your trading alone. These are the 2 trades that I took this week on the Monday and the Tuesday, and I'll break them down in greater detail shortly. But as you can see all week, there has been this beautiful trending market to the downside, that the bears have been in control, and I did capitalize on that. I managed to get 2 trades. Yes, looking at this now, I could have just held that first trade, which made 2 times what I was risking. And at one point, it came down to a low of just above 11 times what I was risking. So you could say that I could have traded this better. And yeah, I probably could. But we never entirely know what the market is going to do. We can only plan and manage our risk. So this week, I capitalized on this by getting in and getting out twice. And let's start off with looking at Monday. The first step when you are looking to take a trade, and the most important step, is to, of course, determine whether you are looking to buy or sell. And in my opinion, from over 8 years of experience day trading the financial markets, the best way to do this is by going to the daily time frame. The daily time frame is the highest authority. It's what the banks use, the institutions, the corporations. It is where a lot of traders make their decisions from. And so it can give you so much information. You can get a direction for the markets. And you only drop to a faster time frame when you are looking to pinpoint an entry. But before we can pinpoint an entry, we need to know what is going on. So here is my daily chart for the German index market. You can look at a macro perspective where you look at more candlesticks and get a larger interpretation of what the chart has been doing. I prefer to zoom in because basically this here is an all-time high. We broke up, we have been over time trending, moving upwards, and we finally broke and made a new high. But last week, if we zoom in here, you can see that last week price had been pretty much consolidating under this new level that has formed. Price has pushed up and it wants to go higher. You can see all these wick rejections are price trying to move higher past this point, but it can't quite get there. On the Wednesday of last week, it made this bearish pin bar rejecting, but Thursday and Friday, it still pushed higher, still trying to push up. Seen this struggle in price, even though we are in an uptrend, it led me to believe that we are likely to need to have a pullback. And once I make a decision like that, my question is always, where is it likely to pull back to? I like to use words like likely, may, possibly, because nothing is ever guaranteed in trading. If we pull back, there is a key daily level right here, which was a previous swing high. You see this point here? This level here. Price pushes down, it's likely to want to return to this level. Once I had that bias in mind, I looked to the 15-minute time frame. When you choose to actually place an order, it can depend on different variables. If you prefer to trade the New York session, the London session, you may even prefer the Asian session. I found myself awake at 6 in the morning as I have a baby to feed, so sleep doesn't tend to happen very often. And I looked at the charts to see if there was any potential setup before the London Open, which is around 8 o'clock GMT. And this is what I saw. I always look to the previous day's price action, the Friday of last week. And let's just add on this indicator to make it easier to see how this played out on the daily. This is a previous daily high and low. So this blue line is a previous daily high. So on Friday of last week, we can see that price broke its previous high, but we had this sharp momentum candlestick in. This is a clear rejection because we've got a breakout, strong pushback in below this structural point here. I thought this could potentially be setting up for the drop down. So on the Monday morning, when I saw that price had gapped up during the Asian session from its open here, it continued to push up and make a new high, a low here. And when I was looking, it was consolidating underneath these levels. I thought that this could be a good place to go short because we were already up on the day, so I was selling at a good rate. And I used one of my favorite tools, the Fibonacci retracement tool, to just clarify confirmation for my entry, dropping it from the bodies at the high and the bodies at the low. And you can see these three areas here, these three lines are the optimum trade entry level, the 62%, 70% and 79% levels. I set a sell limit order at this point here for a push up during the London. My stop is 50 pips. It's quite wide. I like to give my trade a room to play out. And it placed it at the previous daily high. If we reach that far up, then price is likely to continue up. And obviously I wouldn't want to be short. My target is a couple of reasons. It's 2 times my risk, so it's a good profit loss ratio, looking to make more than I'm risking. And on a technical level, I'm targeting this key daily level and also just before the previous daily low, which would probably act as a magnet for price. It felt good. I went over my checklist. I'd followed my daily chart. I had followed market structure. I had utilized a fib tool, found and identified momentum. This was a good trade. Price pushed up. We got this beautiful bearish rejection here at 7 o'clock in the morning. So there's another opportunity to go short there, probably at a better entry than me. And if you have missed that, the London Open at 8 o'clock, also from the volatility, went up and would have triggered another entry. So there were multiple opportunities to go short here. My entry stood, my stop stood, and price went and hit my target by 9:15 GMT. So in a couple of hours in the morning, I managed to make what worked out at $1,000 on my funded account with the 5%ers. If you like to see real trading data, let's have a look at that now. These are the 2 trades that I took this week. The one we just covered on the charts, this top one here, the DAX, $1,000 on my funded account. If you are a consistently profitable trader, if you have been trading for a while, or perhaps you have been trading a small account and if you're ready to level up, I certainly recommend prop firms and in particular the 5%ers. I have been trading with them for many years now and I truly believe them to be one of the best prop firms in the industry. They're very fair, they give you different options, they give you lots of support in the background, education and mentorship. They currently have a variety of programs available. If you like to trade futures and if you like to trade stocks, they have a separate program for that. And for CFDs, for Forex, for commodities, for crypto, they have different programs available for that as well. The 1-step, the 2-step, and the 3-step programs. I created a separate video which shares more information comparing their programs if you want to find out more. And the one that I am currently enrolled in and trading is actually their summer program. So this is a deal that's on for the summer. When you're watching this video, I don't know whether this will still be available. It's basically a $100,000 account and it only costs $149. My favorite feature of trading with the 5%ers is the fact that there is an unlimited amount of time to pass the account, which truly reduces the stress and anxiety from having a ticking clock when it comes to trading. If you feel ready to have a go for yourself, check out the link below in my description. Before I wrap up this video, I'm going to quickly zoom through trade number 2. If you're interested, it's a very similar process, but this was taken during the New York session. And I actually thought I missed the opportunity on this, but it shows how the markets can be forgiving. Let's find out. This trade was taken on Tuesday, the 18th of August, and I mainly stuck with the 15-minute time frame. In fact, this trade is much more clear. Why? Because we broke the previous daily low. Price was already trending lower. What's more is at 8 o'clock in the morning London breakout session, we got this beautiful bearish engulfing candlestick, which shows the strength and the momentum to the downside. There was no doubt in my mind I was looking for shorts. The question was just where to sell. So at 2:30, when the index market opened, is when I looked to take this trade. And when I saw this at first, I thought that I missed my chance because in real time, the market was actively pushing down. But I followed my process. I looked at market structure on the day. Price had a high here. This may get boring, but trust me, the repetition is really important to get market structure in your head. Look at highs, look at lows. Here's my high. Here's my low. Here's my new high. And here's my new low. Very simply, once you have your trend bias, looking for shorts, you have your market structure laid out, this is where I like to utilize a tool to help me to pinpoint my entry. Yes, you guessed it, it's the Fibonacci retracement tool again, my favorite tool for planning an entry. And very simply, using the bodies only, I dropped it from the high and to the low. And again, it gave me these 3 areas of optimum trade entry. Look how beautifully price respects these levels. It pulls back and it just curves perfectly in this zone. But that's why I thought I missed the trade to begin with, because it spent so much time here before it dropped. So when I placed my order, I didn't think it would get filled, which is why I placed my order just shy of this level. This would have been the optimum trade entry, it's in the name. But because I was coming in a little bit late, I actually set my order down here. Not to worry, the following 15-minute candlestick triggered me in. There was a moment of weakness where I thought, is it reversing? It's green. But you've got to trust your plan. You've got to trust the trend. And I stuck with it. I didn't mess with the trade. I didn't move my stop. But I kept my target shorter for this one because it is summer trading and I just wanted to top up my profits on the week. And this made me 1.5R. Again, using my 50 pip stop just above the structure, above the key level of the daily, and my target was just aiming for the low of the day. Once again, there was room to improve on this. I could have had a much larger profit target. I could have probably even held this for the next day. Let's have a look. I don't believe it comes back to my entry. So I certainly could have played this a little bit differently to try to capitalize and make more money. But that is the nature of trading. You never get the perfect entry. You never get the perfect exit. You just got to do your best and you've got to trust your plan and follow your process. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you want some more tips and tricks, or if you're new to trading, make sure to check out my ebook, Forex Trading 101. It's a complete guide for beginners. And obviously make sure you're subscribed to my channel so that you can get notified for the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.